Hey everyone, and welcome to week 12 of virtual launch for Sacrament Year 2. And not only is this week 12, this is actually our last lesson for the first semester. So thank you again so much for sticking with me and doing this virtually for the first semester. I know we'll see some of you in person when we come back after the Christmas break in January. And then I know some of you I'm going to continue to see virtually here on the videos and online for second semester. So either way, thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for being flexible. And can't believe we're at the end of the year. Well, the calendar year, still at the beginning of the church year, right here. And Christmas is coming up. So speaking of Christmas, our lesson for this week is we're going to talk a little bit about Advent, and then we're going to talk about Christmas, and then I've got a book to read, a Christmas story to read out loud to you guys, and then that's it. That's our lesson for this week. We don't have a book chapter or any of the cartoon videos for you guys to watch, that the videos with Ben and Sarah that go with the book. Don't have any of those for this week. This is just kind of a fun week, a fun little way to wrap up first semester and get ready for Christmas. So let's just jump in and get started. If you notice, if you look behind me on the Advent calendar there on the table, we are now in the third week of Lent, so that means we have lit the pink candle, all right? And if you were at church this week or if you watched online, you saw that they lit the pink candle this week and that the priest was wearing pink vestments. And again, just to remind you from a couple weeks ago, the reason the candle is pink is because we are at the halfway point of Advent. And so it's reminding us that we are halfway there, that Jesus is almost here, and Christmas is almost here, and we're really excited about it. So the pink also is that third week in Advent is called Gaudete Sunday, and remember that was a Latin word that means rejoice. We're rejoicing, we're excited because, again, Jesus is almost here, Christmas is almost here, so we're in the pink candle. Next week, for the fourth week of Advent, we'll go back to purple, and then that is the fourth and final week of Advent is next week, because then the next time we celebrate will be Christmas, all right? And that's Christmas is more than just one day in the church's liturgical year or the church's liturgical calendar. Christmas actually lasts for a couple weeks. It goes from December 25th until the Sunday where we celebrate the baptism of Jesus, okay? Sometimes you hear people talk about the 12 days of Christmas. That is not the 12 days before Christmas. It's actually referring to the 12 days after Christmas. It's the 12 days between December 25th, which is Christmas, and then Epiphany, which is January 6th. Now, Epiphany is the day that we celebrate when the wise men, or the Magi, or the three kings, whatever you want to call them, that is when they arrived and they visited baby Jesus and brought him the gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. And that is always on January 6th. Now, sometimes it's on a Sunday, sometimes it's in the middle of the week. It just kind of depends on how the calendar works. But then the baptism of Jesus is celebrated the Sunday after Epiphany. And that Sunday, when we celebrate the baptism of Jesus, that marks the end of the Christmas season. So when you go to church, or whether you're in person or if you're watching Mass online, you will hear us singing Christmas songs even after December 25th. And the reason for that is because we are in the Christmas season of the church. The Christmas season starts on Christmas Eve, the Christmas Vigil, December 25th, and then goes until that feast of the baptism of Jesus, which is usually sometime in the beginning of January. So you will notice that the Advent wreath, of course, will be gone because it's Christmas, so we don't need to count down anymore. And then once again, the color of the robes that the priest wears also changes. Instead of wearing purple or pink, he will be wearing white, all right? And so white is the color for the Christmas season in the church. And you'll notice there's probably going to be some white decorations like banners that hang down on the side. So take a look at that. Look around the church, either in person or online, and see if you can find and notice those colors changing. So it'll change from purple and pink for Advent to white for Christmas. And again, that goes through into the beginning of January, after the Sunday after Epiphany is so the end of the Christmas season is when Jesus is baptized, okay? So, little bit of background information there for you. Just to review, help you remember, last week we talked about Jesus. We talked about his his adult life, when he started his ministry. So, we learned about the miracles, we talked about the parables, his disciples, all those good things, all right? Now, when we come back in January, we are going to be starting our preparation for First Communion. So we're actually going to be starting a second book. There's one book for First Reconciliation, and then there's another book for First Communion. So I know that Miss Jenny sent out an email to your parents. If you're interested in having a hard copy of the First Communion book, just ask your parents to check their email and look for that email from Miss Jenny that explains to them how they can pick up that second book. If you're interested in having it. Of course, if you don't want to have a hard copy, not a problem. Just like the First Reconciliation book, there's also an online copy of the First Communion textbook. So you can just stick with it completely online if you want to. All right? It's totally up to you. All right, let's go ahead and just get started. Like I said, this is going to be a short lesson. So I picked out a Christmas book to read to y'all. I'm going to do my best to show you the pictures. I know it's kind of tricky when I'm just talking to a computer screen, so just bear with me and I'll do my best here. So this one is called The First Christmas Night. Okay, it was written by Keith Christopher and illustrated by Christine Kornacki. The illustrations are really pretty. All right, here we go. Relax and enjoy a little Christmas story. 'Twas the very first Christmas, when all through the town not a creature was stirring, there was not a sound. The moon shining bright in the heavens so high gave the luster of midday to the Bethlehem sky. The animals were nestled in warm, cozy places with looks of contentment on each of their faces. And Mary and Joseph, so tired from the road, had just settled into a humble abode. To a Bethlehem stable they had traveled with care. They knew that their baby soon would be there. And then in the stable, a baby's first cry. Peace on earth, goodwill, redemption is nigh. Nigh is a fancy word for near. He had not a crib, but in a manger instead, the tiny new baby lay down his sweet head. Mary looked down at his cute little nose and silently counted 10 fingers, 10 toes. Just like I'm sure your mom did when you were born. As shepherds kept watch on a small nearby hill, their sheep were all silent and sleepy and still. When suddenly in the sky there arose such a sight. One angel, then many, appeared in the night. The heavens rejoiced as their story unfurled. A baby, a savior, had been born to the world. So the shepherds arose to search for the place to get a close look at the baby's sweet face. Then, out of the east, there came royalty, whose mission was finding the Savior, you see. When they finally found the babe they had sought, gold, frankincense, and myrrh were the gifts that they brought. So the wise men bowed down and praised his sweet name. Soon all those who heard would rejoice that he came. And now and now we that know can say with delight, Jesus was born on the first Christmas night. The end. All right. I love that book. Like I said, the pictures I think are really, really pretty. All right, so really, that's our lesson for today, guys. It's just kind of a fun, easy one. If you're interested, down below the quiz, the required quiz, which, by the way, super easy this week. Okay, like really easy, but still got to do it. But really easy. Okay, so after you've done the quiz, then if you're interested, take a look down at the optional activities below. I found some fun little videos for you to watch. There's also a link. You can click on the activity link button and it'll take you to just some real fun kind of easy to do Christmas related activities. I think there's like a hidden picture, there's a word search, there's a maze, there's like a little game. It's kind of like a paper version of Battleship, but you're trying to find the manger instead of the ships on the board. So if you during the break or something here, if you get a little bored or you're looking for something to do, just see if go online. You can print off 1 or 2 or 3 pages and just fun little Christmas activities for you to do. The videos are, let's see, 2 of my very favorite Christmas videos, and they're both completely different from each other. One is the Christmas According to Kids, it's hilarious. It's kids retelling the Christmas story, and then adults are acting out what the kids are saying. If you were in Launch last year, we watched it last year, and it's really funny. And then the other one that I really love, this one's more serious, but it's a music video for this beautiful song, and again, it shows the nativity and Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus, and there's this beautiful song. There's this huge choir. I love it. It's a very beautiful video. Show that one to your parents because they might like that one too. They would probably also like the Christmas According to the Kids one because it's pretty funny. All right, so like I said, easy, fun activities. If you're looking for something to do over the Christmas break before school starts back in January, check it out. And in the meantime, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Happy New Year. And I will see you back here in January. I believe launch online lessons will start back on January 10th, and the launch in-person classes start on January 17th. So whether it's virtually or in person, one way or the other, I will see you back here in January. And like I said, have a great Christmas and a very happy New Year, and I will see you back here in 2021. All right, bye everybody.